Hey guys, welcome to Oddcast, a For Nerds by Nerds show. My name is Cian. I'm here with my co-hosts Joe and Paige, and we are going to talk about No Way Home.
Spider-Man.
I think we should start off with a
Spoiler-free. Like we do.
Yeah. Spoiler-free.
All right, guys.
Thingy. So, Paige.
Joe?
No, Paige.
Why? Why do I have to go first?
You go first.
Because
okay. You pawned it off to either me or Joe.
I always... So... You're right. You're
so
right.
we're going to go pawn it off to
you. Decided to punt it? No, now it's on you, homie.
Blocked.
I will give Spider-Man No Way Home an unequivocal 9.75. It was a masterpiece. In my opinion, anyway. Because I do not give anything a 10. Nothing is perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. But a 9.75 is as close as you gonna get in my book. And that is right where it belongs.
I have to agree with her assessment. I definitely gave it like a 9.5, 9.8, something like that. Like high marks. Definitely high marks.
All right, well, I guess it gets high marks from all three of us. Because I'm in the same boat. It's definitely up there. Like, it was... fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, no complaints.
Hey, if you haven't watched this movie yet, the only question I have for you is why? Go
watch
now.
It.
Go fast. You know, it's still in the
theater.
theaters.
Yes, it's still in theaters.
It's still there in some of them. So just
and it's
go.
also streaming and on DVD.
So I mean,
spoilers now. Spoilers now.
We might as well dive right into it.
Might as well dive right into it.
Guys, if you've avoided spoilers up until this point, give
congratulations.
yourself some kind of trophy on
For real.
Yeah.
You get a gold trophy or platinum something. I don't know how you did it, but well done.
For real. I seriously have no clue.
I mean, because it's out there. All the stuff that's supposed to be hidden is out there.
So good. Okay. So the first pop, I love when we go see it on opening night because like the audience is so in it. And that pop when Matt Murdock was on the screen, oh my God.
Charlie Cox shows up in like the most casual kind of throwaway cameo ever.
Throwaway, 'cause you don't see him again.
Just a random just walking stick, just popping right into frame. At first, I didn't know what that was. Watching it, I was like, "What the hell? Oh!" And then everybody in the crowd just
and then the brick through the window, and then he catches it. And if you notice, he catches it before Peter Tingle goes off.
Yeah,
so that he can catch it.
And his excuse is the fact that he's a really good lawyer.
Yeah, just a really good
lawyer.
Yeah, yes, that's definitely a thing that good lawyers have, are those kind of reflexes.
So, Spider-Man, no plans for college is pretty good.
He did try.
Spider-Man gets
He tried
GED.
nothing before he went immediately. Doctor Strange was right. Like, he tried absolutely nothing before going immediately to get everybody's mind wiped.
Yeah, it was. I think for a lot of people, especially how smart he was, I think that was kind of like a cop-out. I've heard that. People think it was a cop-out as far as the whole reasoning for him to go to Doctor Strange in order for him to wipe out everybody's minds of the fact that he's Spider-Man.
I think that it's fun only because he is just a child.
Yeah, but
that's what I was about to say. Like, he's a kid. He's looking for
smart. Very
smart, but
he's intelligent. Like, it's book smarts, but as a child you only have so much experience on problem solving and how to deal with real world situations. Yeah. So he went immediately to someone who he thought that could help him. And Doctor Strange was the closest.
Yeah, but so he doesn't have a guidance counselor, so it makes sense to me that he would need, help.
And he is a kid. We have to keep remembering he's a child.
Though I do find it surprising that Aunt May wasn't like, I'm sorry that... Well, he also did like an immediate decision making. He didn't talk to her about it.
He didn't talk to
anybody. And that was the issue. Like, even MJ stated the fact that, like, even with his decision making as far as what to do with the villains, he didn't talk to anybody. He was just doing.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they explain who Wong is now, that he's the Sorcerer Supreme.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's because of technicality.
Yeah. I mean, he was Strange
split. So, in a 5-year gap, you got to put somebody in charge.
I love their chemistry together, Wong and Doctor Strange. They have a great, like, it's awesome.
Just don't fuck shit up.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like, and this is a complaint that I've seen a lot of people play online, which is, why didn't Doctor Strange warn Peter before he started the spell not to fuck with the spell? There's an easy answer for that.
The warnings come after the spell.
He said that, didn't
Yeah,
he?
it's an established thing.
Yeah.
And then you bring in the Fiendish Five. They're not the Sinister Six because there's only 5 of them.
What are you talking about?
The villains
yes.
from the other universes.
Yes. Well, you know what's funny is that so because those characters were Sony properties, obviously Sony's in line in teamwork with Marvel Studios, it was great that they actually brought in those characters, especially like
Well, they were the only one. They were in a unique position to be able to do that because they had done all the previous iterations of Spider-Man. Only they could do it, and they had to do it now.
I want to say this: the amount of redemption arcs in this movie are fantastic.
They are.
What it is it's not just. And I'm not talking about character redemption arcs. I'm talking about cinema redemption arcs.
Yep.
They fixed Electro so that he's not the doofy loser that he was in his movie.
It's true.
And they made it to where he looks more the part and actually seems like a legitimate threat.
I like how they did his headgear. Like in the original, he has like this weird little yellow thing as a helmet, but they actually made it to where it was like part of his power. So as he charged up, you saw it.
Yeah,
like,
you see the yellow.
I was like, that was cool.
They took that stupid Power Rangers mask off of Willem Dafoe.
Yep. Literally broke it.
Yeah, they were like,
screw this
we're
thing.
not doing this thing. That's gone. They made it to where Doc Ock is more like in control of his facilities for most of the time and has to deal with things. Lizard doesn't have control of his. The only one that they didn't really tweak with was Sandman, and I was like, that's fine.
But
Sandman
he was
fine.
he was already fine.
There was
nothing
he
they
was
needed
the most level-headed one.
Yeah.
I expected Aunt May to die. It was the only way, because there was no Uncle Ben established in the original movie. Oh, well, not the original movie, but when Peter Parker first showed up. So,
But the real question is, like, you would think, though, that this Peter had already learned that lesson from the death of Tony.
Yes.
So it's like he's lost his parents, his Uncle Ben, Tony Stark, who he considered
His
a father
mentor,
figure,
his father figure.
Mysterio, who he considered another mentor figure,
like
that
a
betrayed
friend.
him.
Yeah, like a brother.
and then his Aunt May. And then at the end of the movie, everyone.
Yes, everyone. Like, this poor kid.
This is the worst off Peter Parker ever. I have to say that much.
I
Spider-Man,
don't know about ever, but he's in a really shitty place.
yeah, Spider-Man 4 might as well be called No Place to
No
Call
place
Home.
to go home. Like, he lost his MJ. He lost his best friend.
Yeah,
He
everybody.
lost all of
He
his
lost
family.
all of his
He's
family.
lost the Avengers.
He lives in a shitty-ass apartment
I love the hard reset that they've done to this Peter because it means that now you can put him on the true Spider-Man journey, which is you don't have infinite resources because you don't have a rich friend who's backing you up. You have to figure it out on your own, and you have to realize how to go your own road. And he's now looking for a place to belong, which means that you can put him in all of the weird things that you have put
Very
Spider-Man in the comics in.
Very true.
He could be an X-Man and side with the mutants for a little while because he's not sure what he is. You could put him with the Fantastic Four because he tries to join them for a while in the comics. So I think that it'll be fun to see how this Peter interacts with stuff.
I don't like his suit, though.
I like it. Yeah, I like that it's
weird
a,
bright blue.
I was whatever about
That
it.
weird bright blue. I was
But
like,
it's a combination of the 3 suits together.
it's a
Okay.
little off-putting.
So can we talk about all 3 Spider-Men? We haven't really discussed the
The creme
which
de la
Spider-Man?
creme?
all 3. Yeah.
Which Spider-Man?
Wait.
That's
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. This
Yeah,
one.
that one.
Garfield.
I
Tobey?
loved it. I went into it, it's like, if you don't put this meme in this fucking movie, I'm going to riot.
We were worried that they were not going to do that, and they did. It was subtle, but they still did it.
No, it wasn't that subtle.
They did it twice.
The first one was the lab. The
Oh,
second
okay.
one was when they were trying to figure out who was Peter 1 and Peter 2.
Yeah.
So the lab one was the one where I was just like, that was everything to me. That was
Which Peter?
yes.
That
That Peter?
He's like, Peter Parker. Well, yeah, we're both Parker. I mean,
The other thing that I love that Marvel has started to do in their crafted stories is they have started to pull in things that people talk about online and as debate topics. They pull them now into the films. Like, for example...
Seriously, I don't get it. What, you shoot luck lasers out of your eyes? It's hard to picture. And certainly not very cinematic.
Why do you always do that thing?
Do what?
The thing you do when you're fighting. And this thing that you do when you whip your hair when you're fighting with the arm and the hair and you do like a fighting pose.
But if you put the hammer in an elevator,
It would still go up.
elevator's not worthy.
I'm gonna miss these little talks of ours.
The elevator's not worthy. I mean, obviously. And now they've done the same thing with Spider-Man, which is... So wait, you just produce the webbing? Like, you
Yeah.
don't need
Oh, I
device in it?
love that
It
they
just-
talked about that.
Like, where does it come from on your body? Like, is it just your
But
wrist?
you know, okay, so I have to say this. It's a little bit of a negative thing, but I have to say this. I thought it was out of place a little bit, but it was completely necessary.
It
Does that
wasn't
make
out
any
of place
sense?
because they're all nerds.
No, they
It
were
was
all.
so
But see,
into
they were all
character.
gearing up for this big battle, so they were all tense, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they start talking about like, so yeah. But
That's how they break tension.
True.
It's comedy.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
very-
in character.
That's what I said.
Very
It was
in
necessary,
character.
right?
For Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland.
Yes.
Not necessarily for Tobey Maguire, because he wasn't the quick-witted,
Yeah.
snappy
Yeah.
Spider-Man, but the other two definitely are.
I love the fact that they actually pulled in bits of like it wasn't, I wouldn't say small things, but things that true fans would realize, like the whole my back thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's why he
right,
hurt his
because
back.
he hurt his back, so he still had back issues from when he was back, and he
Yeah.
hurt his back.
Yeah.
My back. I thought it was great. Small stuff like that was just fantastic.
The
whole thing was full of it.
the redemption arc for Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man
man.
catching MJ.
Oh my god!
Tearjerker.
Oh my god! I love that scene so much. Oh, and then she says, "Are you okay?" Oh man! Oh, that was so good. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. Oh, it was so good. I loved that part.
Yeah, so it's just
Are you okay?
redemption arcs for everything, even down to Tobey Maguire then saving Willem Dafoe's character in the end.
Yeah, because the whole dynamic, especially with
Him killing him,
him killing
haunted
him, and the fact that he lost his best friend,
Mhm.
because it was kind of like that whole redemption thing. But
Yeah.
like, it was good.
Oh,
It was
so
very well written. You saw the
fantastic.
anger on our Spider-Man's face when he's about to kill Willem Dafoe's character, like Green Goblin.
Yeah, like when he was about to go too far, and then the other Spider-Man stepped in.
Yeah,
Mm.
like it was, and just to kind of catch you guys up in case you didn't see it or whatnot. Of course, we have confirmed there's gonna be a new Venom, so maybe that might be
So,
a thing for.
The Venom thing, like, okay, so I love the fact that Venom got pulled into our universe just to do, like, the comedy bit at the end and drop off his part of the symbiote.
Yeah,
totally on
that's what I'm
board.
saying.
Please, Marvel, please do not waste the symbiote on Agent Venom. I just don't care about him. I don't need a Venom Tony Stark knockoff. I just don't need him. I don't want him. Make him go away. Hobgoblin, totally here for it. Make Ned the Hobgoblin. Do it. Make it happen. Just not Agent Venom and not the Ultimate Green Goblin. They're both trash characters to me. Just garbage. Just crumble them up and throw them away. Flash Thompson as Agent Venom is just not needed. Like, come up with something else for him. You can even just make him a regular Venom. I'm totally sold on that.
I mean, it's all really up in the air at this point.
You are
so
correct.
All we can do is speculate.
Yeah, I do hope, though, that they put Andrew Garfield with Venom in the Venom Sonyverse, whatever the hell that's called. I hope that they move him to there, because to me that makes logical sense. He talks about wanting to fight an alien. He's the only one who didn't get to.
I love how Andrew Garfield was like, where were y'all? That was like, well, we could get an Amazing Spider-Man 3. And he was like, well, where were y'all however many years ago? Like,
Easy, we were thinking, man, why did they put Jim Carrey's Riddler in this movie?
Well, I'll say this real quick. Technically, the piece of Venom that I should not have stayed.
Well,
In theory, it should not have stayed. It should have went back.
Well, that's only if it didn't. So, unfortunately, and I still have not seen Let There Be Carnage, but I do know that in Let There Be Carnage, Venom explains that they exist across the multiverse.
Interesting.
So, technically, they could do, and what I think they're doing for the Venom Sonyverse is the symbiote invasion.
That sounds horrible.
If they're building up Null as the big villain for that crossover thing that they want to do, then the invasion of the symbiotes, then it would make sense that there's a little piece of the symbiote left in our universe, in the MCU
Universe.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where they go from here, but really until Multiverse of Madness and Morbius happen, like, just left kind of holding our
It is
breath.
kind of up in the air.
There's so many avenues that could go. It's crazy. Where do you want to see them go? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Did you think that No Way Home was just as amazing as we did? And if you didn't, why?
Or do you think it's more
How?
spectacular and less amazing?
And while you're putting in your reasons down there, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and of course don't forget that notification bell. But until next time,
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
bye guys.